Well, good morning and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folarin. Well, today, actually, the paper isn't here, but, you know, as it happens, I know the names of the guests. We got Mr. Justice Ofuegbu, a legal practitioner. Thank you very much for coming on.
Good morning. It is my pleasure.
Yes. And we also, have Dr. Boyer. Thank you very much. He's the medical doctor who also keeps a tab and an eye on the polity. Now, we all have this, shall we say, beautiful, colorful imagery to deal with. The jackals and the hyenas will go. Of course, that was something that the wife of the president put out in response to, all sorts of comments that are going on. And now it's an important comment because it's come yet again from Mrs. Buhari, and she has periodically spoken from time to time. Now she's using this imagery, and I think it is telling. Maybe if you would just kick it off, what she's saying in fact is that there's so much scheming going on. There's so many people in places you would not expect that don't wish the president well. That would seem to me to be one interpretation that I could take out of all of this, because quite frankly, the PR rating of a jackal or a hyena is very, very low, and so it's very clear what she was saying there.
Yes. In fact, she also refers to her husband as the Lion King, and that the Lion King will soon come around.
So we're using metaphors, metaphors, for a delicate subject, yes, because it's bringing to the fore the fact that there is scheming going on. It's usually, we don't usually talk about it in whisper, but there is scheming going on.
Yes, and compared to Turai, she has been very, very bold, and I will give it to her. She has also exhibited a high knowledge of intellectual sagacity, because she's saying the same thing in a way that even the ordinary man on the street will have to read between the lines. And we give it to her. She rarely speaks, and now that she has spoken in a way that can command decorum by force, because she can't be said to be referring to anybody. If you know you are the jackal, identify yourself. If you are the hyena, identify yourself. But she says the husband is a Lion King. And when as she said, the jackals are praying that her husband will not wake up. But the weaker animals in the kingdom, she said, are praying that her husband will get better. And that God is going to answer the prayers of the weaker animals. And I think that's also a metaphor in itself, because cow will not get tail. That God will help and drive fly. So which also means that the God
throwing in a pigeon proverb.
Yes. Which also means that whatever you think, our husband stands for the masses, and the masses are praying for the husband to get better. But she also, by that statement, has also, as it were, indicated that there's a cabal, there's a team of people whose whole dream is that the president should not come back alive.
Indeed, and well, Justice, that there is a cabal. I mean, these are things that are not usually spoken of. It's delicate, it's in hushed tones. There's always the matter of prove it. What is a cabal? Who is a member of the cabal? What do you mean by cabal? Yeah. As high up, in fact, the First Lady even referred to, the State House mosque, I think, as a possible home of some of the cabal. So she was just using imagery right through, and I don't know if it's because she's a lady and they will speak how they want to speak. She decided that this was her option. She really placed the cabal in very, shall we say, important areas. I mean, when she put cabals in a religious house, that's the last place you'll expect a cabal.
Well, I think it's so unfortunate that Nigeria has become a Nollywood movie. Today, what we're experiencing now is what we call simile in literature. And it goes to even prove or to say, somebody who said that Nigeria is a zoo, it does he not going to prove the person right now? But the issue on all these things is, to me, this statement is immaterial. Nigerians did not elect the First Lady or whatever name you called it. After all, the president told us there will not be any office like the office of the First Lady. Nigerians are expecting the president to speak or his media secretary to speak. All this issue of Jackals and the Hyenas and all the rest, I think all these things are diversionary. At this point in time, Nigerians should stand up and tell themselves the truth. What is the position in this country?
What is your take on that?
Yes, because no, we are all kept to the dark, on the dark, all Nigerians.
Oh, okay, that's the important thing for you.
Yes, the Federal Executive Council, they have people that are close to the president. They have people that should be reporting to Nigerians.
Reporting
the day-to-day activities.
Yeah, reporting to Nigerians is one thing, but are you saying reporting on the president's health, because there are people who are actually making that demand? To which the response has been that...
we are all making the demand because he's our president. Okay. We elected him.
Yeah, but people say only in Nigeria will you have people insisting, demanding that I want the doctor's report on a daily basis.
It is not true. It is not true. So let me give you an example. Excuse me.
No, what I'm saying
is, which president in this world has ever had health issues that the people were not carried along? It's only Nigeria.
That health issues that the people are not carrying along.
Yes, that they not tell people, look at our president is in social health issues and all the rest. Even when Bush went to hospital,
the president himself told us, "I've never been that sick." The president himself told us he needs attention. Which one is surprising to us?
You need attention, we know. But for a president of a country, a governor or a chief executive officer to have been out of office for more than 2 months, does it not sound worry to you? Now, the people, if it is your father, and your father has gone to hospital for medical treatment, and you're not getting any information, are you not going to be, will you be happy? Are you not going to demand for reports? Are you not going to demand for the situation of things and all the rest?
Okay, I concede that. I take what you're saying, but the matter of that we are kept in the dark, which seems to be Justice's allegation about the state of health of the president. Fortunately, that's your area. You're a doctor. Do you agree with him that the people are owed a daily report by the doctor of the president?
No, they're not owed a daily report.
On what's going on, because we voted him.
No, the immediate family of the president will be given daily report as requested, and then the physician to the State House will know what is going on. Now, what the president did before he traveled was to admit that he was ill. Even before, when he came back, he said he was going to go back, and then he told us that he had issues and that he's gone through a lot of tests and everything, and he was asked to come back. Apparently, from the look of things, he appeared like a very serious illness. And then he transmitted this time to the National Assembly that he was going back and was handing over to the Vice President as the acting president. So he's on a sick leave. The question I think is trying to allude to is that people ought to know, because there are rumors that it's on life support. But if it's on life support, for goodness sake, that is between the doctors and the State
But
House.
Even maybe in response to those rumors, Mrs. Buhari didn't even deign to respond to all of that, but did say that her husband is doing well in his recovery bid, and that shortly he would join us. And then she threw in that parable, that analogy about all sorts of schemers. Because I think, rather than get bogged down in the details, the actual import of all of this is that, just in case anybody didn't know it, there are all sorts of schemings going on as a result of the president's absence.
Yeah, but that's where I'm coming in. So the first thing is that there's an acting president. Hugo Chavez was sick, he had cancer, and he continued to work. And in those countries, we knew where the details were not made known to the whole public in terms of his blood report, everything, but we just knew that he had cancer, and then he eventually died. Now, where we are now is that the president is ill, there's an acting president in place, standing in for him. Those who are clamoring are likely to even vote for Buhari in the first place. Because, I mean, saying our president is now people that didn't vote, as in our president, we voted for him, we voted for him. How many of those people that are clamoring like they voted for him? The point here is that the vice president, who is now the acting president, is doing the job very well. And we should be concerned about the fact that the president is not well. Wish him well. and then he owes us nothing again. He has transmitted to the National Assembly as ill. If there are details about his not telling us, if there are issues about his not telling the details of his illness, sorry, that's an African phenomenon. Me as a doctor,
yes,
I find that even when our parents die, we don't even tell people what killed our parents.
Yes.
When my dad was ill, the people called me, oh, your dad has been sick. I said, yeah. What is really wrong with him? Well, he's been sick for some time. In Africa, it is not that it is justifiable or it is right. In Africa, people don't even accept post-mortem examinations.
People don't even acknowledge ailments unduly. The
president
broke with that and said,
the two common ailments that are accepted in Nigeria is it is well and you know, brief illness.
Yeah,
are you getting me?
Yes,
he died after a brief illness. When you ask somebody in church, how are you doing? I'm strong.
So I want to come away from all of this, which is very, very important. The illness of the president, you can't, you know, it's part of the equation. But I think the larger point, Justice, this is where you might want to comment, is that the schemings, the disloyal schemings going on, you know, among people that, going by Mrs. Buhari's statement, should cause for concern. But she seemed to be saying that ain't nothing new here. This is the world. But the president will be back. So going back to the whole matter of the schemings, and one senator on Mrs. Buhari's page,
Sani.
Senator Shehu Sani, I think he even went to great lengths to sort of dissect the statement and tell who was the hyena, who was the Lion King, who was the lioness. So we're coming back to schemings. Schemings, can we not be trusted as a people?
You see,
can we not be trusted?
Yeah, you see,
the president is absent. Everything that is right has been done to cover his absence, but there are still schemings.
You see, that goes to show one thing. Naturally, in life, there must be schemers in everything. In an office,
even those who swore loyalty. Even those who swore loyalty.
What do you mean by swearing loyalty? You only swore loyalty by the law. To defend and uphold the law, the constitution that brought you into power, or whichever office you're holding as a minister or as anything, that is why you're taking on oath. But going straight to that, you see...
So party members, I beg your pardon. How about party members?
Party members, when you talk about... the party members, are they supposed to be loyal to?
To the party.
To the party.
Who is the party?
And who is the leader? I thought you were going to ask me who is the leader of the party.
No. I don't want to talk about who is the party.
You don't want to talk about the leader of the party. You are trying
is it not the constitution of the party? Yes, the norms and traditions of the party is the party. What I mean
so those ones dictate that you should scheme in the absence of a leader.
I'm coming. Today, who is the Nigeria? It's the law that is the Nigeria that is guiding us. We are the people that makes up the Nigeria. Let us not play politics with everything. It's not like my brother said something. You talked about the that was known to have been suffering from cancer. But at least they informed the people that he was suffering from cancer. So let us be realistic. What I mean.
You don't know particularly the name of the ailment.
So why can't
you don't know? That seems to be the issue.
And tell us what is. Let me give you an example. The moment you were elected into any position, you cease to be yourself. You are now for the people.
I see.
A governor, you are the governor of your people. You are the president of your people. You made mention of people not voting for him. Must everybody vote for him? Is it everybody that must vote for you? The issue is that the totality and the majority of Nigerians voted for you. What is democracy? Government by the majority. So which means by the implication of that is the majority of Nigerians voted for you. You are the president and the governor of your state. So aside from that, now I want to correct that illusion. Excuse me.
I wanted you to return to the matter of scheming is natural. You seem to be saying that scheming is normal. Would you return to that term?
It is a natural thing.
That you think it's a natural thing for people to scheme?
Yeah, it is a natural thing. But the question we should be asking here now is this. How did they know about these schemers? Were you there? Am I there? Am I in the government? You see, there are certain things you don't come out to tell the public. It makes nonsense and rubbish of the whole system. Wait a minute, excuse me.
No, please. You know, I want him to land.
It makes nonsense
you
and
say there are certain things you don't tell the public.
You don't come and to stay in the public. Are you trying to arouse tension or sentiment or what? If you feel there are schemers within your still own cabal, because from the whole thing, it is still within your own people. Deal with it. The way you're supposed to. Let me tell you, I read one book, The Art of War. It's not every war that you engage in physical. There are some wars you win by keeping silent and doing the right thing and surprising people. The Art of War. Go and read that book.
So you think this is one of such?
So I mean, it's not something that should be in the public domain.
Okay.
That is just
I think this is where Mrs. Buhari, took a bold stroke. Because
bold stroke on
wait. Now you finished for the moment. You come back again. As Justice is saying, people are not supposed to talk about these nasty, distasteful things. They are there. We're supposed to look away. We pretend it doesn't exist, and then we get on with our lives. That's what he is saying. He might not have said it as fully as that, but he's saying that it's natural to scheme. Now, she is saying that there are all sorts of schemes going on. We already know, a lot of people feel, at least in the pepper soup joints, that this man, there are those who are supposed to be loyal to him. Now that it is looking the way it is looking, they are not. The president's wife said back in the day that those who had, contributed to the emergence of her husband have been edged out by the cabals. Remember that? Yeah. Again, as Justice would put it, that's perfectly natural. You take whatever opportunity you can get because this is war, right? That is why I think it's important that she's brought out into the open. That's what I meant by a broad stroke and bold, by saying that, look, guys, it might be distasteful, but just add this to the mix as well.
Yes. I've read the book, The Art of War. I've read it, I'm sure, maybe more times than so it's not that we've not read it. But the point there is that, with due respect to justice, it's been unjust.
Well, no, I don't think you should judge him. I don't think you should judge his answers.
As I said, with due respect
to his opinion.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, Nigerians should now know. No, because you attacked me, I never attacked you. You understand? So that is why I'm saying it. So Nigerians at the end of... No, you can't, but you are not supposed to put a direct attack on me. Because if I attack or impeach you, you will also not be happy.
You did a lot.
You understand the thing? I did not.
So what I'm driving at that is that
Nigerians will judge. We're
not here to canvass for votes from Nigerians. We're here to just make things, throw light as much as possible on this. And we should not divert, we should not move from the topic. This woman said, Jackals, Hyenas.
In other words, the schemers are very busy at work. If we could just leave the Jackals and the Hyenas and get to the meaning that there are people scheming against all that is natural in the case of Buhari.
What I was bringing up is that the schemers also included what you may call the antagonists. People not just within the mosque, people also that did not vote for him, and have all the while been praying for his downfall. So I'm not saying that
AKA the whalers.
I'm not saying that if you didn't vote for somebody, you have no right to criticize the person. I'm not saying that. I'm now saying that their voices are now coming out. But unfortunately for them, the president left an acting president who is working. And I now said, if the president did not tell us what exactly is wrong with him, it's unfair. He owes us to tell us the name of the illness. But as in African context where we live, even at home, we don't tell people when we are pregnant that we are pregnant. You wait until you tell somebody, it appears as if you are, and I'm talking like an everyday man on the street, like a doctor. When somebody is pregnant, say, oh, you are pregnant, I say, oh, is that so? Are you sure? And then when you ask somebody, whether your father is sick, what exactly is your father's sickness?
No, you don't go that far.
But
so we're not saying it is right, but we're just saying that is part of
that's part of what happens in Africa.
But
now, the question
Justice is saying, no, I hear what you're saying, but in the case of the president, who is not a private person anymore, he owes us this.
I agree with him. But I'm simply saying that he has explained what it is before he left the country. He told us that he had been very ill, and that his illness is such that he had to go back to the country. The name back to where he was being treated. The name of the disease is just a simple thing. And I think the physician to the president knows that. And I think most doctors know it because we are in the mill. We know what is wrong with the president.
You know, sir, the president's illness is a given. We leave that one out of it. But I'm interested. We're talking about the scheming. I'm more interested in the insinuation that there are people crisscrossing the country, traveling all over the place, meeting with this and meeting with that. All of this as part of a scheme towards 2019.
That's where I'm going to. And that's why the kernel of the issue is.
Yes.
That the president's wife is worried because it appears as if the schemers are trying to even praying like she not wake
Of course.
up. And
of
now
course.
what I agree with him about is that, well, it's not that she should just take care of her husband. Are you understanding me? She just take care of her husband and let the politician do the politics.
Yes,
and let
yes,
the party members do the party
Yes,
work.
yes.
And if there are schemers, let the politicians, the party network, take care of the schemers, and then let's move on. That's what I mean for.
Well, actually, I hear what you're saying,
Yes.
and but she is different from everybody else.
Yes.
She is the wife of the president. Yes. She's the closest person to him, and so in her wisdom, in her character, in her style, she dropped this particular little thing, and it's on all the front pages. I agree with you entirely. Metaphor. Yeah. Leave politics to the politicians. I understand that. The First Lady is not necessarily a professional politician, but she has a very, very important placement. She's right next to the president, and so she's thrown this particular one into the mix, and I think it has annoyed Justice a bit.
No. Why should they annoy me?
Well, you didn't say, what are you trying to do? No. But don't forget that it was the First Lady who said to us first, months ago, that those who helped my husband to office have been schemed out.
Is it my brother? The truth is that all these things are immaterial.
Okay,
they are
all
immaterial.
these things are immaterial.
That is my own. That is my own stand.
Okay.
In the first place, is it because things have gone the opposite direction in this country? Is the wife of the president supposed to be involved in day-to-day running of the government?
She is not in day-to-day running of the government.
I'm coming. Now,
she's not involved in day-to-day running of the government.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But you've got to
I know.
You've got to acknowledge that.
I didn't say she is.
Oh,
I said is the wife of the president, whichever president, supposed to? And the answer is no. So today now, this thing now has become a national issue. Is it supposed to be so? Because of what the wife of the president said? In the first place, even the president, excuse me.
She spoke, she will be quoted.
In the first place, even our president told us that even the wife belongs to the other room. In this country, in this same country. So why are we making it as an issue? If she feels there is one kangaroo thing or the other against the husband or whatever, against one cabal, go and meet the same cabal. You know them. I don't know them. I don't think you know them, except you are saying that you know them. 2019 is approaching.
Yeah.
People are scheming. People are warming up. Most governors that have started their first tenure, they will not go unopposed. People would certainly contest against them. That is the law. People will certainly contest against anybody that is going for the first tenure.
You know, but the thing I like about what you said is that why are we surprised that there are also sort of disloyal schemings all over the place? You say this is natural.
It is natural.
This is natural.
Of course.
People can't be trusted to be loyal when power is involved.
It's not a matter of, it is a natural phenomenon. It's not a matter of trust.
Okay.
Somebody who is a deputy governor today will want to be a governor tomorrow.
That is not necessarily scheming.
No,
you know, that is not necessarily
being ambitious?
Being ambitious is not the same as...
They're not the same.
They're not the same.
Ambitious,
Justice, I'm surprised. You know there is scheming ambition.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What is the definition of scheming?
That's not...
No. Let's get it right. What is scheming?
Underhand activities to undermine your boss, your institution, your constitution, all these nefarious secret moves for your own advantage.
At the expense
Are you satisfied with that?
Of the structures on ground.
That is your own definition.
What would be yours?
To me, that is not scheming.
Give me your definition of scheming.
When you say somebody is a schemer.
Give me your definition of scheming.
When you say somebody is a schemer, it means that person is an ambitious person to get somewhere.
Oh, no, it's okay. That's his prerogative.
When the person, yes, it is your own. My own definition of that person is doing everything possible to be somewhere. And when you scheme to do something, which means you are striving yourself.
So there's nothing wrong with scheming.
What is? I don't see anything wrong.
Very good. Okay. Very good. It's okay.
I'm scheming to be governor of my state one day.
Well, it's good you said so.
Yes.
So people know.
Definitely.
And I'm
also scheming to be a leader in this country. to control government in this country.
The point is that the word scheme is not a positive word.
It becomes immaterial.
It is not immaterial.
No, that's what I'm trying to
say.
The
word scheme is not a positive word.
You see, the problem we have here
is what?
We try to politicize everything.
No, scheming is not a positive word. So you adopted the word proudly.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If she has said some people are aspiring to take over.
Let me bring Mr. Adams from Olodia Papa into this conversation. Good morning, Mr. Adams.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Aaron.
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just want to contribute a little.
Sure. We'd like you to.
I actually, I am not directing my statement to somebody, but Mr. Justice in the House, I am so disappointed. He is supposed to be somebody that we are supposed to look up to. I don't know what he said. The topic they are discussing this morning is different from what he is bringing up in the House. It's like he is bringing sentiment into this issue. He is not taking any point at all. Are you saying that Mrs. Buhari should not even utter a word? She is a Nigerian. Apart from if there is no office of the First Lady, she is a Nigerian. She's part of us. She has every right to say something. And she is the immediate, I don't know how to put it, the immediate person behind the president, beside the president, I can say. So she has the right to say something. You are taking her out that she is not supposed to make any comment she makes. Is exactly what she means. How do I put it? she is the right person to say something, to say what she is saying. Okay. If something is wrong with the president, she is the first person that knows it. So you can't say that she should keep quiet. She has the right to speak. My point is she has every right to make her point.
Thank you very much for calling in, Mr. Adams. But it's Justice's prerogative. So thank you very much for calling in. The point that I am interested in is all these crisscrossing meetings all over the place, photo ops, and we see them, and we know, we see these pictures on Facebook, in the papers, and we might have had half-formulated thoughts on this whole matter. It looks to me like Mrs. Buhari just said, never mind those half-formulated thoughts. Take it from me. They are full. This is a very dangerous place. There are people who wish my husband ill. In fact, who don't wish him to recover. But let me tell you something. The president is doing well, is going to recover, and inshallah, is going to return to the country to continue with his job. But let me bring in Usman. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, and good morning to the panelists.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah, you see, Uncle Yori, we expect panelists to be objective in whatever they say, because they should have it in mind that they are speaking to the Nigerian public. It's unfortunate that I quite disagree with the man in suit. I completely disagree with him. On the issue of saying that father and son, this example does not tally at all. The relationship between the father and the son is different from the relationship between the president and the citizens. And for goodness sake, the president has done enough. He told us when he came back from the first trip he came back, he told us that he has never been this sick, that he had blood transfusion. For goodness sake, what else do we want? I challenge the man in suit to tell me where in the Constitution that said the president who is...
Mr. Fuebu, not the man in suit. Mr. Fuebu.
Yes, sir. Why is it in the Constitution or anywhere that said the president must give detailed account of what is wrong with him? He should tell me, I challenge you to tell me that. And if there is not, he should stop all this and let the factor. You talk about scheming. And of course, we are here in this country, we are hearing people are going to Dubai and everywhere. This is what you were saying. And you said that this is a natural phenomenon. But it is not a natural phenomenon for the world to come out and talk. But for goodness sake, please. Thank you. Okay,
well, thank you very much. But, Mr. Fuebu, did you want to correct anything? Is there any... Because did he misunderstand any part when he said that you were being sentimental?
No, I think he is also being sentimental. I think he's entitled to his own opinion, because you talk from the way, and manner you understand issues.
All right. Let me go on break. I'll come to you, Doctor. Let me go on break. Stay with us, please. We'll take your calls when we come back. We'll be right back. Welcome back. And Usman from Gombe has come on the line since then. Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for calling in.
Hello, good morning.
Okay. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Ari.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. I've been one of the regular. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. I want to contribute to the issue on the ground. The first thing I think, if we understand the topic very well, because we need to, the main topic there or word there is scheming. So the word scheming, I think, is associated with words like breach of trust. One. Secondly, is associated with betrayal. Yeah, betrayal. Hello?
Yes, sir. Please continue, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I think what Ms. Buhari is saying has to do with the issue of some people who have been with her husband, right from the beginning of, contest for these particular elections. But those people, they exploit the advantage of this illness, to be doing some underground, struggling underground work.
Yes.
Trying to betray him or to go behind the original plan.
Mr. Usman, is that natural, as we have heard? Is that a natural thing, as we have heard, in your opinion?
No, it's not. It's, in my own opinion, no, it's not natural. It's natural. Actually, it's natural because, people have different interests. It's something that has to do with the interests of people. It's inbuilt. Every human being has, that tendency in him. That makes it to be natural. But the word scheming we are saying, is something that has to do with underground. It may be natural, but it may not be normal. There are differences between natural and then normal. In ideal situation, then people are not supposed to be doing that. Scheming, that's what she's saying, betrayal of trust. Betrayal of trust. But it is natural because they are human beings, they have ambition. I think that is what the justice is trying to say. Every human being has ambition. But how do you go by your ambition? Do you go it in normal way or underground way? Then going it in abnormal way becomes scheming. While going it in a no formal way or ideal situation, makes it, natural.
Okay.
So it is good to understand that, the word scheming is associated with, on the way, on the table.
Yes.
Something hidden. Something that is secret.
Like a green grass in green, a green snake in green grass.
Yes, hidden is something hidden, exactly, hidden. Yes, and she feels, the vice president felt there is a betrayal. There is something going on the ground. That's scheming. That's the word scheming.
Thank you very much, Mr. Usman. I got to interrupt you here. Because maybe we ourselves are having difficulty understanding the word scheming. But I know, sir, I'm just trying to be inclusive here. But Mr. Usman has said that hidden, when you have a hidden agenda, because, Mr. Huegbo has explained that, look, it's a natural part of human life. But you see, when you are hiding your intention, pretending to be loyal, then you are scheming. Now, I don't know that anybody wants to be seen to be pretending to be anything. Come out and say, I'm not with you. But pretending that Rankadede, we're together, whereas you're thinking of how to finish him. That is scheming.
Let me come in here. I think the most important phrase I got from him was betrayal of trust. That's what I got from him.
Good.
In addition to all the underground betrayal of trust.
Look, you're in here, so forgive me for interrupting you. You're in here. I'm going to come straight back to you. Mr. George from Ikeja has called in. Good morning, Mr. George.
Good morning, Uncle Yore.
Good morning, sir.
Uncle Yore, this is the first time I'm seeing a lawyer saying that scheming is natural. That is,
and a good thing.
Wishing another person dead so that you take over his position wishing the person to have misfortune so that you can inherit whatever comes to him. And he says natural. For purposes of clarification, nature abhors evil. Anything that is wrong and evil cannot be natural. Because when you say natural, you are saying that it has something to do with nature. And nature is about purity and goodness. So you should get that one straight. If they do not teach that in the law school, it is not the fault of the public. Uncle Yori, all those who are saying that they want the nature of the ailment to be disclosed, they don't have love within them. I'm sorry to say, but that is the truth. If they have love within them, it is sorry for what you are going through that they should have been saying. They are looking for people like Justice Uwegbu are looking for opportunity to mock the president. You have this ailment, you cannot continue, you must resign. That's what they are looking for. And coming to the statement by the First Lady, Uncle Yori, the truth of the matter is that the First Lady was responding to a Facebook post by Senator Shehu Sani. It was Senator Sani that made all those statements. She only dissected it to say, oh, if this is the wishes of some people against her husband, it will not hold. They will be disappointed. So we have to get that one straight.
Indeed, indeed.
Finally, Uncle Yori, those who think that they can ride to the presidency, they can hijack the presidency from the person that was voted in through the back door, they should think twice. It will not happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I think that last sentence is the kernel of everything. Yes. Trying to hijack the presidency, yes. AKA scheming.
Yes. Yes, I want to come in after some time now. The word scheming, like he said, I agree with the last caller. But I want to say that, can we look at this in two forms? One, scheming for now and scheming for 2019. The concern, yes,
it's one and the same.
Yeah, it's one and the same. The concern now is that the people are leaving their jobs and leaving everything. That look, if the president dies, God forbid, we shall not allow the acting president to become president. That's one. That's a level of scheming.
That's another scheme that we don't have any evidence for, but it's perfectly gidigba out there.
Yeah. The other one is, well, this guy cannot come back in 2019 to contest. After he's not well, if he comes back, we will not even allow him to contest. Okay? Now, if he doesn't come back, we will not allow the acting president to be confirmed as president. What we are going to do is that we are going to deal with all this matter. Now, whatever it is, let's not affect the running of government. Mm-hmm. And I think what this lady was concerned about...
No, but the schemers want it to affect the running of government.
Yes, and that's what I'm coming in.
They want it to affect the running of government.
That's what I'm coming in. We must keep all hands on deck. Mm-hmm. I want this country to move forward. I want the dollar to become 200 naira, 150 naira. I want employment I want things to work in this country.
The schemers don't want that.
The schemers don't want that. So that it will be because we have a sick president, that's why nothing is working.
Thank you very much.
And I'm saying the acting president is doing so well that let us just keep the state moving.
Indeed, it is moving, but maybe the schemers won't agree with that particular judgment. But Ishak in Jos, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Thank you for calling in.
Good morning to your guest.
Good morning.
I'm Ishak, I'm calling from Jos. Mr. Yori, I want to begin this way. I think as human, we are bound. It's natural. It's natural for a human to fall sick. So the president is not an immortal, it's not an exception, it's a human being. But the view of the lawyer in the studio is disappointing. However, I'm not surprised.
You said it's natural. Sorry, sir. You said it's natural for the president, like any human being, to fall ill now and again. Is it also natural? Is it also natural to be a schemer?
No, I don't believe it's not natural to be a schemer. But Mr. Yori, I think the view of the lawyer in the studio, I've listened to him in other fora, in court TV news, is all repentant critic of Mr. President. Okay. I believe that handlers of Mr. President have not done well in giving some information to the general public. But Mr. President is now a public figure. He's not a private citizen. He's the president of Nigeria. And we are praying for him to recover so that he will quickly take over his position. Although we have the position is not vital, we have an acting president in place, and it's vibrant. This person is if there is something the acting president is not doing, or some people are behind, some cabal are not allowing him to do what he should, I think he should be up and doing. He should do things that the president also have done if the president were to be in the country. I think that's but we owe it as our responsibility as citizens to pray for our leaders, particularly the president that is currently here, to recover and come back and take over his position and lead this country to the promised land. That is my take.
Thank you, Ishak. Well, Justice, you might like to, come in on all of this.
You know why I'm laughing?
Sure.
Because almost all the people that called have even agreed with what I have said, that it is natural to scheme. But they are now saying, yeah, most of them said the same thing. But the thing is that it now depends on the way you go about it. Scheming is the bad side, while the ambitiousness is
but you've
maybe
also aligned yourself with scheming.
Why the other one is maybe aspiring or being. And when I say that scheming is being ambitious, you see the problem here is
you said scheming was being ambitious, but nobody agrees with that.
No, that's what I said. Now everything nasty boils down to the issue of the news flying and the business of the day. Somebody just said something after even saying one thing or the other. But the issue is, like he said, is this issue supposed to affect the runnings of the government? And the answer is no. And if you remember what I said initially when I started, I said to me, such words are immaterial. They are not supposed to be in public domain. Because everybody knows that the president is sick, and every Nigerian, most of us. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I got to, because scheming is a nasty thing.
Wait a minute.
Let me explain one thing, sir. Because scheming is a nasty, odious thing, and it is also hidden. Yes. It is because it's a great pretense that everything is all right. So I'm saying that maybe it's necessary for people to know that. Beware of all those smiles. They are schemers. They are not. Thank you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But you are saying that is natural.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's not the point I'm trying to make here is this. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I keep on saying, I have said it before, that the issue there is this. If you have noticed some of these things, like somebody said it had been on maybe Facebook and some other things.
No, that Senator Shehu Sani started it out.
And
that the wife of the president responded that okay, the hyenas and all those weaker animals shall overcome.
I now said, why should it be an issue? That's why I said, that's why I said it is immaterial. Like he even said something, that what the wife of the president should do now is to stay by the husband and make sure the husband gets well, like every Nigerian wants.
Okay.
This issue of people trying to hijack government or not, we are not there. I said it before. I am not there. You are not there. It is a political thing. I believe that the president also have his own men.
It's a political
thing. To be
hijacking government in a running term.
No, you don't.
In a running term.
How can you even hijack government? We have a sitting vice president.
Okay. Mr. Labisi in Ikeja. Thank you for holding on, sir. Good morning, sir. Mr. Labisi Ikeja. Labisi in Ikeja.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Yori.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sorry, I'll go straight to the point. The meaning of scheming, I want to bring it out first before I contribute. According to Wikipedia, scheming is a form of white-collar crime. Scheming is a slang for taking cash off the top of the daily receipt of a business or from any cash transaction involving a third interested party and officially reporting a lower total. The formal legal term is defalcation. So scheming has a legal term. I expected our lawyer to also
thank you very much, because Wikipedia is giving us the legal definition of scheming. Yes. There's also a dictionary definition.
Yes.
And oftentimes the two of them don't match. But thank you very, very much. Please continue, sir.
Now, my own contribution is this. What our lawyer is trying to say, maybe he made a mistake by saying it's a natural thing. I think he wanted to say it's a normal thing in politics, not a natural thing. Because it is not natural to have that kind of behavior. You are supposed to be loyal. Either your president is on seat or your governor is there or not. Now, it's a normal thing in politics. They do it, I think, all the time a situation like this arises. in this country. I remember then, when President Yar'Adua was sick, we were hearing rumors that he has died a long time and they didn't want to talk about it. Nobody is saying anything because, and the wife of the president did not come out to say anything then. She was quiet all the time because there was cooperation between the wife of the president and everybody, almost everybody in that cabinet, especially the then vice president, President Jonathan. He was loyal to President Yar'Adua till death. Now, we didn't hear anything. Things were going on smoothly and quietly until when they were okay to tell us that the president was dead and everybody heard about it. Now, I want to blame partially President Buhari for this whole thing that is going on. Now, the wife of the president will come out now to talk because the president, immediately he came into power, destabilized the office of the wife of the president. So she automatically doesn't have anything apart from personal relationship with her husband. She can only talk about the health. She cannot talk about whatever is going on in Aso Rock or in the office of the president because she doesn't even have an office. Her office is at home. So the president calls it in the first place, forgetting that the woman is the closest person to him. She should be the closest person to him in times like this. And she should be able, she should have some power to say something and tell Nigerians some things. That's why people now feel that she does not have any right to say anything because she doesn't have an office. Her husband removed her office away. So now, why won't people say she cannot talk? She has the right to talk as a Nigerian, according to the doctor. She has the right to talk as a Nigerian, as the wife, and as the wife of the president.
Sure.
But she doesn't have the office.
Yes.
She must even be very careful of whatever she will say because she does not have the office.
All right.
So now the president does not know that he will be in this situation someday, where maybe he will not be responsive. He cannot talk to the media. He can't talk to his people.
Okay.
So we are his children now. We should know what is going on with our father. He's our president.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate your call. Some of the points you made, I'm not too sure. Maybe I should check. I'm not too sure that the First Lady doesn't have an office. I certainly am aware that she has staff, but maybe that's not the same
what it means is
thing, and it's neither here.
Lady.
But as for a
Office
proper, set-up office as per previous leaders, no. But she does have staff, and she does have continuing from where you started from. Thank you very much for giving us the Wikipedia, explanation or definition of the legal implications of scheming. I just checked the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, and it's much shorter. It says scheming, often planning secretly to do something for your own advantage, especially by cheating other people. That's the English Oxford Advanced Learners definition of scheming. Did you want to hear it again? Often planning secretly to do something for your own advantage, especially by cheating other people. Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to say that the wife of the president was right on a Facebook page. Not that she addressed a world press conference, but right on her Facebook page. And Facebook is supposed to be like your thoughts being pronounced. Now, it can be taken as official or not, but I don't think it is anything irregular, it's immoral, or it's even unlawful to express your feelings on the Facebook. And then it was a response to Shehu Sani on the Facebook, who said there are crocodiles and fishes in the water, there are hyenas and jackals there, and the lion is there, and he called the vice president a tiger.
Yes.
And that the tiger is sitting for a lion, and the woman just exploded on her Facebook page. And if you don't like her Facebook page and you're not connected to her Facebook page, she's not talking to you.
Okay.
She's talking to her friends. So
I got to, indeed, her Facebook. I got to take, actually, she's talking to the public, being the first leader and all of that. She has a letter. Mr. Adeolu, good morning, sir. You're our last caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, George.
Good morning.
Yes. I think I'm not surprising whatever that George says, because George has never supported this government. Where is Okai? George and Okai, they are the part of the people that want to put this government down, right from the beginning of this government. They never think good things about the government. Jonathan is their best man, and by the year 2016, I want them to go and bring him back. That is my support. That's what I want to say. I mean.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling in. I don't know. We've run out of time. That's it. But what has been brought to the fore, it wasn't as if it was not known. The wife of the president wanted it to be known clearly beyond innuendo
and
that
insinuations.
Insinuations that there are schemers, the same schemers that, you know, schemed out those that had aided her husband to office are at work. And contrary to whatever concept of the word scheming that we have heard, the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary at least says very succinctly, often planning secretly to do something for your own advantage, especially by cheating others. Well, Justice, any final word before we go now?
In politics, every meeting they do is secretly. That's why they mostly meet in the night before election. You see, I don't.
I'm just taking your point. Because I got to go. You can't make a full point.
The Advanced Dictionary even said for personal gain. That is personal gain.
Yes, by cheating others.
In politics,
by cheating others.
In politics, everybody is selfish.
Okay.
That is why politics is a selfish game.
Okay.
There are no two ways about it.
And so politicians are a bunch of cheaters.
But the issue is this. I keep on saying it. I will repeat it. As far as I'm concerned, this issue of schemers or no schemers in Asu Rock or whatever, to me, is immaterial.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes. Final thoughts, please.
My last thoughts. I think with the president is sick now, we should all put our hands on deck and move the country forward. We speak to schemers and Jackals and the Hyenas. We are listening to us. Face your job. 2019 is still 2 years away. If we succeed in bringing Nigeria out of the woods, you'll have your day in the campaigns coming.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Dr. Amadele Boyo, a medical practitioner, as I said, because he could be confused with a book doctor and public affairs analyst, and Mr. Justice Uhuegbu, human rights lawyer and social commentator. Thank you very much for your time, Justice. I am Yori Folani. Bye-bye for now. No scheming.